Hey, welcome to the post show for episode number 28 of Limit Break Radio. Almost 3 hour long epic. Wow.
On nothing.
On nothing. We really didn't have a topic today. And I don't know, I think that might be a testament to how good we are as a crew.
I think it is.
Bullshitting?
Yeah, to be honest, entertaining, because that was one of the reasons that I did the Lala change. And like, it'll give us a nice bit at the beginning to get some mileage on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people
And
obviously
that
love
he
shit
didn't
like
bite on at all. He gave out, what is this? Like, after the epic meltdown with,
I don't know, I think it was
Rob
funnier that
Boyer.
way because the Jux was like, what the fuck?
I play it off.
Yeah, I think it ended up working out. You know, for the people who wanted to give a shit about doing 45 minutes of Patreon and asking for money, that's
I doubt
it wasn't 45 minutes. I mean, it took us about 45 minutes to get into the news, but yeah, we talked about your race change and. We were telling
Seeds
jokes.
of acceptance for the third week
Seeds
in a
of,
row.
yes, that's right. Seeds of acceptance.
I mean, sure, that all has to do with money.
No,
but-
well, come on. Seeds of acceptance was important. I
Yeah,
think
no,
it
it was.
different. We that was definitely something that we needed to talk about. And, so
to be
yeah,
fair, anyone complaining about how much time we spent talking about that probably is not watching this video.
that's
Yeah, I never will be.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Anyway, so
So yeah, testament to our ability to bullshit.
I think so. How'd you guys feel the show went?
Because of that, good. This was actually the first time. I know I always say, don't worry, we got this, don't worry. But actually, for once, I too, kind of going in was a little bit like, maybe we'll be out of here in 2 hours. That's cool.
Never
But,
mind.
yeah, no. So it's good in the fact that even the one time that I even maybe doubted a little bit of the material that we had, we still made good on it. So to me that kind of going forward, I don't think that I'm ever gonna be concerned about that because I know that we have the chops to keep the ball rolling however we need to.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I don't think the thing that we can't allow ourselves to do is let us under-program a week of the show
No.
because we think we can get away with it. Like
Right.
that's sort of the hubris that we don't want to get into that kind of level of thinking because that's when you start running into problems, and then that's when we would get like hour-and-a-half long shows, which I understand. That's what we sort of like originally planned for, but like I think people would be disappointed in only an hour and a half of LBR these days. So. The fact that we're weekly, the fact that we're not, we're not hurting for things to talk about inside like 2.5 hours, and the momentum doesn't die. We're able to keep the energy the whole time. I think that the length of the show has always been variable because it's sort of like when we run out of steam, it's the end of the show, and fortunately, and I think that this is also a testament to how healthy our listener base, our audience, our community, and the FF14 community is, that every time we sit down, we have loads of stuff to talk about, although I'm already nervous for next week. Like, what the fuck are we gonna talk about? Like, this is the second time, the third time that we've done this.
If Samus is available,
That's
we'll do
true,
the metagame thing.
That's true. We have been trying to get Samus on. Spoilers, we've been trying to get Samus on as a guest for a couple of weeks. His schedule hasn't been able to line up, but possibly maybe as soon as next episode we'll get him on to talk about a topic that was raised by an emailer but was also a fan of Samus's stream.
Yep. Especially because of the little bit of tinfoiling we did today with some of the jobs, and the fact that all those teases came out I had Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off, so I'm gonna see if I can turn that whole tinfoil hat idea into a solid outline. And if I can, I think that'll be a really, really fun episode. It will promote, I think, an immense amount of callers.
That's the.
It was an email.
It was an email. Right. Okay.
Right.
Now I know exactly what you're talking about. I know that's been sort of been like a pet project for you ever since you read that email. So I'm interested to see what ends up coming out of that.
So I'll see what I can do with that. So that's possibly an idea as well.
Yeah. By the way, what we mean that topic is it was based on an email that we got. We haven't actually read the email on the show.
The guy
but-
basically just posited a lot of ideas and wanted our opinions. And the way we talk about opinions and emails, like there was just so much there. I'm like we either wouldn't be able to answer all of it, or it would just turn into a whole long thing itself. So why
Right.
not try and turn it into
Turn it
a whole
into
lot
a
of
show.
show?
Yeah.
So that's what we might end up doing. You're calling it tinfoil hat because there's some of these theories are way out there, ideas are way out there, suggestions are way out there. But I think it's always fun to sort of speculate with and sort of play around with the structure that we've been given by the game, and then to see what kind of ideas that we can throw on top of that. I think that we just got through saying this on the show. I think that's always been a core tenet of Limit Break Radio, that when we say something, we try to back it up with what we mean, or
Yeah.
what an idea that or an example of what we're talking about. So yeah, I think that would be a great idea to flesh out to its fullest. So.
Me too. That's why I'm doing it.
There's a look at the potential next couple of episodes of Limit Break Radio.
And hopefully, fucking soon we get something for 3.1. Well, when's the Tokyo Game Show is the next big thing, right? How soon is that? Because at the end of the
I
live
honestly
letter,
don't
they
know.
said see you at the Tokyo Game Show, right?
Right.
And I assume we're not going to get 3.1 till after that.
I don't know if they said that there was going to be more info in Tokyo Game Show about 3.1. I recall something vaguely about that, but I don't remember the exact quote.
Why did you just get up and leave in the middle of the Patreon?
He's blowing his huge nose.
The schnoz of mountains. Yeah.
That could not have been worse
You
time.
brought that on yourself.
I did not want
So
to, I
brought
promise.
that on
Yeah,
yourself.
so okay. What led to that?
Well, we were looking at Max's picture.
That's actually a good question. Okay, so yeah, if assuming that you just listen to the show, we all
Completely new bit.
new bit of making fun of Scully.
Which, again, is another testament to my ability to bullshit. Like, that joke is canon now.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I'm
true.
glad that hanging me on the wall as a punching bag is your motivational tool.
We're putting that right up there in the Kahlo Hall of Fame with Nutter's Gonna Nut.
That
Alright?
does not.
I'd like to think my nose is a better joke than Nutter's Gonna
Just
Nut.
saying, they're both up there. He didn't think that would be made a thing. That's a thing now. At least,
I saw that
at
shouted
least,
in the chat a lot today.
at least a few times per episode, people start saying it.
Yeah.
They do. I'm sorry.
God damn.
I'm sorry. It's a thing.
The
So,
real,
yeah,
the real
anyway.
question is, which will get an emote first? Ascalia's nose or Nutter's Gonna Nut?
Ah! I would vote for Scully's nose.
Yeah, me too. I'll give it to him.
It'll be interesting to see.
I think what we should do is go back and edit his existing emote to just add a huge note. I'm talking we're talking like
You see the nose, and then you can see the hair in the ears.
I'm talking like fake glasses, nose, and a mustache sort of thing. Like we really need to get a hold of Luna and ask if we could do that.
So the story. So we're looking at Max's picture, right? And Max tends to make a lot of the features very, very predominant on there. And to be fair, going back and looking at like all of them on there, me and Nika's noses are the biggest. Okay. But as you're scrolling down, he just happened to be the one right there, and it's like we always make fun of Ascalia. He's the punching bag. So here we go. I'm gonna throw him under the bus. It's a thing.
Because immediately, I did not realize that you were referring to the picture, and I was like, really? What? I actually got up to go check, is my nose? No, my nose is fine.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he talking
Yeah, your
about?
nose is fine.
just making things up now. I mean, because you say it on the radio, nobody really knows.
Yeah. you
could
see?
you possibly, I provide plenty of material to work with. How do you possibly need to start making things up?
It keeps me sharp. It's an exercise in improv, and just making sure that my mentality, intellect on making sure that I'm sniping you with trollisms is there. So
I mean, it seems like you're really bothered by it though. Is the thing.
I
think that's why we've dug in on it, because it's
This is
sort of
what
like,
I think it is.
sort of like it hit a nerve, or like.
I don't even think it's that, because I think that Ascali has actually fell into the position of the punching bag very well. He takes all those hits.
Yeah,
really,
totally.
really,
I
really
agree.
great.
I agree.
And he's right. He does provide a lot of ammunition himself. So I think he's a little offended that I've gone out of my way to create something completely new.
I don't mind it. when it's something that is real, where I just have to be like, it's fair. But when it's something where it's like, that's not even accurate, you douchebag.
And that's why it's funny.
Now you're just
I think-
making shit up.
That's why it's funny, honestly. I think that's why it was so funny.
It keeps you on your toes, man.
Because by the end of the
Keeps me on my
episode,
nose.
it's just such a good laugh.
Right, because like you said, when it's something that's real, you're like, yeah, you've got a point.
Yeah.
But then when it's something like this, like we get an actual reaction out here, you're like, what?
Yeah,
Is
it's
this
actually
kind of
better.
real?
Yeah.
Now he gets nose triggered.
And Kahlo, you had mentioned that it is now officially part of LBR canon. It is nose canon.
It's nose cannon.
The
I
nose
just had to
cannon
go into
shoot-
the kitchen to use my
We're
nose
running with
cannon.
this nose joke. Yep.
the nose cannon shoot giant wads of snot.
Someone was already suggesting this episode be named the Nose in chats. So
I-
thank you all
I actually.
for that.
Oh wow, that's a thing. Wow. We have a title.
How can it snot be that?
You know what? I'm gonna own up to
Keep
this.
going.
There's a picture in
Oh.
Munchkin, a monster called the Floating Nose, which is just a giant nose monster
I know
that you
the
can
one.
kill instantly with potion of halitosis. I'm gonna get that picture and put my picture over it.
Oh, it's such a hilarious joke, and
Yeah, it didn't really go far. You just snot snot.
You did again using the same pun I just did.
Did you say snot?
I did.
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just use that one.
That's why we bumped.
Really? That was something else.
are you stoned? Are you high right now?
I might be.
God. Juxta, I have to give you credit. You were pretty on point with the drops today.
Especially the new ones.
Yeah, some of the new ones, some of the new Rick and Morty drops making an appearance.
Didn't get to use the AIDS one though.
Thank goodness.
I was
No,
trying to, but I
it's-
was trying to.
It's
I didn't want to force it.
that's the thing is that like if it's forced and then we call it out because of course if it's going to be forced we have to call it out as forced.
Yeah.
And then it just sort of
It's already
shits
there.
it shits on the joke long term. But like if like the thing is we're gonna forget about that drop in 2 or 3 weeks, and he's gonna nail it with us. Oh my god!
It's.
I cannot wait. I can't wait for that to make an appearance because it is really gonna be hysterical. We're gonna lose our shit. I guarantee you because we're not gonna fucking remember it. We're gonna totally forget about it.
Such a good drop. It's so loud and so quick.
It is. It's so good. And anyway, you guys will know what we're talking
You'll
about
know it when you hear it.
when it happens. So
You'll be writing us angry emails about it in all likelihood.
Drop is.
no. Well, yeah, but
We
I mean,
kind of referenced it, but they don't know. They don't know.
I
yeah.
don't know.
It's kind of like when you read the title and you're like, oh, okay. Yup.
Yep. That is what that is. That is what that is. And honestly, the context is what'll drive it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he eating?
He was, I see not anymore.
Well,
Hey,
hit him.
Hit him. Well, don't hit him now. He's not doing it.
Get up
anymore.
here. You're not gonna listen.
Alright,
Oh,
so.
he doesn't listen to anyone. Fucking cats. Fucking cats. Anyway, there. Thank you, asshole.
Now it's on my terms. Now I can jump up.
Yeah. Now that you're not asking me to do that anymore. Anyway, okay, so yeah, good on point with the drops. Very good, very good.
A lot of callers about Paladin.
Yeah, that seemed to be a recurring thing.
My favorite line of the entire night, just because the way that you looked and the delivery was when Rob said that he finally, he's playing FF14, and just the way you're like, oh good, that makes me feel a lot better about these calls. Just the way that you said that, like it's not even something I can mimic.
It wasn't.
But
That was genuine relief.
I almost
It
lost
was.
my shit.
Well, I mean, you got. I don't know. Have you guys ever like stopped to wonder like why does a guy who doesn't even play the game that we're talking about keep calling and then so insistently?
You guys have no.
By the way, did he say that he's
What was
level
this called?
6 after 2 weeks of playing?
Yep.
And asking for an XP bonus?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. Anyway, how many times? What was our call count up to today? I forgot to ask you while he was on.
I don't use that. Like I didn't keep
Just
track.
beyond
but
keeping
it's
track.
More or less than 50.
more than 50. This song had to be at least 80.
Oh my god.
The show went an extra hour today, so.
How I don't understand how he's able to follow the show while he's attempting to call so much. Cause he does.
I know.
He does.
I know.
He got a Skype account and like talked and like told me what he wanted to talk about and stuff. And
So he's not just calling on his phone anymore.
No, he's still on
But
his
he
phone.
still continues to call on his
He's
phone.
still on his phone.
What
and-
the fuck?
And I like said, okay, well, we'll see if we can get you on the show. It'll probably be later if we have time for you. And then he just starts calling. I'm like, dude, just let me. I'll call you when I want you on the show. Did not even.
Didn't even phase
Theory.
you.
Theory. Dream Network or Gamer Escape has hired somebody to screw with us.
No, I don't think so, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
because to be honest, right? I mean,
it's-
that would make sense if it was somebody screwing with us, right?
yeah.
But it's not.
But I'm gonna say I don't know if Dream Network has the they could
Cojones?
No, I want to say cojones. I don't think that's something they would have thought up.
They're not quite that like.
Sinister.
Yeah, good word. Good word.
I mean,
yeah.
all right, now when we say Dream Network, specifically, I'm talking Happy or Sly.
Yeah.
I mean, because
I could see Sly thinking that up.
I don't know Sly all that well, and that's why I wanted to specify those two, because I don't know Ms. Tech at all. She seems like she could be devious if she wanted to, so
She seems like she could be, but I don't think she would be.
yeah.
I don't know. Man. I just
That's fucking Samus.
Rob from New York
Samus tells us he can't make the scheduling work to be on
This
the
is
show.
why.
This is
So he can do the Rob gag.
Oh my
Fuck you,
God.
Samus.
I honestly would love to find out that this is just a gag or someone trying to get a laugh out of us, or I don't know, like because
Because he's kind of become a legend.
He
It's
has
a long,
fucking-
dedicated con.
chat lights up every time he calls, and
It was so great when I told you we had a very special guest. You're like, oh, I'm really interested.
I didn't even
Hook,
see it
line,
coming
and
either.
sinker.
I was actually thinking like Kooky or someone.
Yeah.
That's where my mind went.
And then when I had Rob from New York like identify himself, you just like, I mean, you just were so defeated. I'm like, so worth it.
So,
Well,
were there any other people who wanted to, like, any
Ryuichi wanted to call in about Blue Mage, and Saskia wanted to call in, but I think we had Saskia on last episode.
No, it's been a while since we've had either one of those dudes
Either?
on, so
Okay.
yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
make room for them.
Bro, it would have been like we did so much. Like to really go deeper into the job debate would have been brutal
Oh.
today.
Yeah, no, that's
that-
definitely something to be saved.
I think,
for.
yeah, I think we sort of set the stage
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
a much
Yes.
bigger discussion to maybe be a full episode
Yeah.
later.
Maybe more than a stage, maybe like more like an amphitheater for your set.
What?
I appreciate the word.
Instead of the
Yeah, I know.
stage.
I get it. It's just dumb.
An amphitheater. You know, it's bigger than a stage, and it's outside.
The Loft Amphitheater.
It was like
I'm
stone.
sorry, I can't.
Akfa Amphitheater.
All right. So yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, the calls were good. The drops were good.
I think another favorite part of my show was I felt like it wasn't enough. I wanted more, and I tried, but I felt like I could use some backup. But almost triggering Nika on the samurai stuff. Like I felt it. I was pushing her towards the edge there a little bit.
I don't think that was gonna do it.
I'm just
She
saying,
is
like
so
you could tell.
level-headed.
You could tell she was getting agitated, right?
Yeah.
And I think a little bit more help from you guys might.
I just don't know that she would have ranted on it. She's like she is so level. I mean, she's
Well,
a teacher at the end of the day, and
to be
she's
fair,
used to being pissed off.
I counted a win when you get Nika to swear. Okay, so
That's true.
when you get a good fuck you out of Nika, like that's
Which
Speaking
comes
of-
really quickly. That's
Speaking
what
of
you got.
which, we had more hosts tell each other to eat a dick or piss off today than I've ever heard.
Oh yeah,
Even Juxta at the end told Aniro to fuck off at the end of it.
I did too. I was
I've
telling
never-
people to fuck off. Like,
No, that was it. It was you telling him. I've never heard it so much on the show between hosts.
Well, it was more
It was
like
a good episode.
it was like at some point the digs were just being thrown out so often. It was just like, I'm not even gonna bother coming up with a response to just fuck you. Like it was sort of just like, all right,
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
well, no,
Fuck off.
It
Like,
was
you tried to
like,
get me on Dragoon late in the episode. I'm like, yeah, that's true. We're like, let's just move on to the next thing. I've got nothing. For
we
it right
don't
now.
have another 45 minutes to sit around here and fucking argue about this shit. So let's just shut the fuck up and move on.
It is 112 degrees
Yeah,
here,
I
and
think
your
that-
insult
yeah.
was not that good.
yeah. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, all around, I think it was a really good show. We are really sort of hurting for stuff to talk about without like.
Isn't it nice that it hasn't mattered?
Anything happening?
Yeah.
Like,
I
if
mean,
anything,
PAX was going on this weekend. I thought there was
nothing
shit
came out of it.
Yeah.
Not like, and again, like I felt like this whole weekend, like when you talk about like
myself.
you felt like you're missing the party. That's what it's felt like this weekend. Like fucking everyone is at PAX.
They really are. And I think like some are I think some went out there thinking that there was going to be more news or something for them to
Yeah.
cover or unpack but
Fuck you guys.
Well, I mean, it still remains to be seen. For some of the some of the larger outlets like Gamer Escape, I'm sure that they may have pinned somebody down to get an interview or something like that.
Maybe.
So there may be some more interesting
It's
stuff
just
that
gonna
comes
be
out in the next
I think
week.
it's just gonna be rehashed info though.
I kind of
Yeah.
think so too. I mean, like we may get one of those little tidbits of like Yoshi P may say, yeah, definitely like take the Rising a little seriously. Like that.
Someone's like, do you have
something like that.
anything interesting to tell us? And he'll just like be like, well, maybe you should go check out the Rising.
Yeah. I mean, if they're gonna keep pushing us toward it, I don't think that they're gonna pull a Kojima and like just throw shit out there like that. Because I mean, it would kind of be a really big, like a really big dig on the people who really want jobs like Blue Mage, Red Mage, and
Oh,
Samurai
it's
to
such a
like
dick
throw
move.
to just throw it in this in this event and get their hopes up and then pull the rug from out.
It'd make great entertainment or great podcasting for us if they
It'd
did.
be so funny. It would be so fun. I would laugh my fucking ass off.
First two job announcements come out, and they're none of those jobs.
That's something that would trigger Nika. That would legitimately, I think Nika would get pissed because of that. Like, because I'm speaking as somebody who wanted Dark Knight and who got Dark Knight and they delivered on all of the like expectation and hype there. If they had like teased Dark Knight, I mean, like, I don't know. I always thought it was sort of a shot in the nuts to have Dark Knight get put into the game at first, and it was a fish. You know what I mean? Like, I still don't know if that was a troll or what that was, but like, it's now looking back on it, it seems kind of funny. But like, yeah, if they did something like that, I think those communities of players would be really, really pissed.
Especially the Red Mage ones. The Red Mage community is the loudest of all of them. And to be frank, I think
The
they
most
justify.
obnoxious.
Well, they're that too, but I think
They've
they're also
always
justified
been.
because Red Mage should
No.
be in the game.
Oh, okay, maybe about that, but just they've always been that way. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't
even
matter.
11
They're
they were.
always gonna find a way. Yeah, because in 11 it's all about I can do what I want. I'm a red mage. I'm
Shut
a
up, no you
melee.
can't. Cast refresh. Go
Looking
away.
at you. Looking at you.
I was a good red
Let-
mage.
let me
I
tell you-
casted haste and refresh.
Let
He was
me
sub
tell you-
37 amazing.
Let me tell you how to play every single job leveling up because I have a red mage and red mage can do everything.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm talking about.
I have lots of experience tanking, thank you. I have enfeeble spells and
Phalanx. That basically makes me a
and
tank.
Phalanx and Stone Skin.
Yeah, I'm a
I
tank.
can put on Stone Skin.
I
Hell.
use this spell to maintain aggro across all the enemies and sub a paladin. For
I even pull with Diaga.
You really-
Chainspell Diago.
Chain spell Diaga.
That's for scopes.
Do we really think that we're gonna get all three of those jobs, and that they announce them all
I
at
think-
the same
I-
time?
I was gonna say
I
that's
think-
what makes me
Yeah.
suspect is that even when we were close to Heaven's Ward,
Yeah.
we still didn't have any concrete. Here they are.
Yeah, no. See, I
Now they're
actually.
handing it on a silver platter.
What I think that they have sort of put themselves in a corner in terms of Samurai and Red Mage.
They have
Blue
to.
Mage is the only one that they get that they have a little bit of wiggle room with it.
With Red Mage and Blue Mage, they could write it off because those two were having the debate. So
The
the next
debate.
one would be Red Mage or
Right.
Blue Mage. Not let's do both Red Mage and Blue Mage. They could debate. They could say, well, guess what? The guy arguing for Red Mage won.
Yeah.
Like, but
I think it's
Samurai and because everyone's gonna want Red Mage more than Blue Mage.
You
Those
know,
two are
that
screwed.
it
They
could
have
have,
to.
because Gamerscape and Aetheryte, they're on good terms with them, right? So it could have also just been a reference to the stupid fucking comic.
The
No.
Red Mage versus Blue Mage.
It doesn't count as a comic.
But they followed it up after talking about we've already got White and Black, so like they're pretty well set that they were talking about the next job.
The next mage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
They can't not add Red Mage because it's the last Final Fantasy core.
Yeah.
I think, and that's why I think that Red Mage is there's a way stronger case for Red Mage than there is for Blue Mage. I think they have a little bit of wiggle room, like you said, with the debate and Blue Mage.
I
and-
got it.
What?
I got it.
What?
Red Mage is the core class, level 30. Blue Mage.
oh, you're gonna have so many pissed off Red Mages. Every Red Mage is gonna lose their shit.
It's only because that's what happened with Thief and Ninja.
How quickly will you
I
see Red Mages determined to not
The
use their
fact
job
that he
crystal?
denies it, that's how I know. Like every time I bring it up, he's like, "What? That's how that."
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
no, you literally, you've got the hands out, you do that thing. You've got, oh no, I'm not bothered by that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, that's
That's like having a big nose.
That's what we're doing now. We're just gonna deny everything, and if something's denied or not made a big deal of, that means it's actually a big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't wait to have both of my jobs in 14. How many jobs you got?
Still
Colin?
waiting on
I got my
Beastmaster.
job. Yep.
Yeah,
I do.
You weren't really a ninja. I mean, you're using mudras, so.
Because
that
you
means
played Ninja
attack.
so fucking often in 11.
Sneak attack.
You
attack.
played it so often in 11. I could definitely see how you identify with me.
He's got his main at least as much as I have mine.
What's your name?
I tried to help.
What?
Well, okay, I understand what he's saying. He's complaining still that he doesn't have a wyvern as a pet.
Oh,
You're
we're
just
back to
stupid
that.
and wrong.
We're back to that.
If that's the reason you don't identify with Dragoon in 14,
They're gonna add a
God.
non-combat pet. Don't
Oh.
worry.
And everybody's
You're
getting
getting
that.
your Lord of
Oh,
Vermilion.
I know.
Here's loaded.
all right. So yeah, does anyone else have anything to add?
No.
No.
I think we're gonna wrap it up.
All right. So that's gonna do it here for the Patreon video, for the Green Room video for episode number 28. Thank you guys for checking out the show and for checking out the Green Room video, and of course for your support at patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. Now, if you missed it at the opening of the show on YouTube, you can go back and watch this. But we showed off the design that Max V has finished for the T-shirt and the poster for Limit Break Radio. If you give at the T-shirt and poster level, so if that image looked really, really cool, and you want to get one of those, the only way you do that is by bumping up your gift level to whatever that level is on Patreon, and then you'll get it. You'll get the T-shirt, but you only have
It's
to.
totally not that you've forgotten what the number is.
I don't
40
remember.
and 50, isn't it?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
I think it's 40.
I don't remember.
Because I thought, because Kooky, I think, linked it at some point.
Oh well, of course, because Kookie's fucking amazing.
She was killing it on that limit breaking music segment.
Yeah, she really
So
was.
good.
She really was.
Best hire.
Did she even have access to the outline?
No.
The show outline?
She doesn't have access
Why
to
does she
show
not
outline.
have access?
Why does
Why, first of all, but no.
That seems insane. Well, wait a minute. I did link it in the executive office for the.
Oh,
I think
wait,
she-
is she in there?
I don't know if she is.
I don't
might
think
be.
she
Now
is.
she should be.
No,
We'll have to figure it out.
yeah.
If she's being able to get all of that shit without having access to it, like, wow.
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
Wow.
Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys for your support, and we did thank you a lot on the show, but I think the main point that I was trying to make got a little bit obscured, and that was that despite all of our hardware problems and all of our technical problems, these past couple of weeks, we still have been able to maintain a live show, and we've still been able to maintain the podcast where other shows would have been crippled. And
Including old LBR.
Including old LBR. And the only reason that we're able to do that is because of your support. And honestly, your support really, really matters here. And everyone has been able to get Limit Break Radio every single week because of what you give us.
Yeah.
And so, while we were trying to encourage other people to step up and join in, we were also trying to thank you as well. So in case that wasn't totally clear on the show, because I haven't had a chance to go back to listen to it yet, in case I didn't make that totally clear, thank you guys so much. Like, it really does make the biggest difference, and we're able to maintain the show's quality because of you.
Wasn't for Patreon, what happened to your computer would have been a death stroke, at least for a few months.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention, not just like would we not been able to do it, but imagine all the data that would have been lost.
Yes.
These
Correct.
last 2 weeks, these last shows at LBR, no way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Couldn't have been done.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so because
Or
of
it would
you,
have
it's
been
only,
like
it's
one
a-
of us coming live from our home PC or
yeah,
something like
Yeah.
that.
So
It
because
would've-
of you, it's only been a minor inconvenience.
Exactly.
Well, minor inconvenience for us, but poor Nero has been going through hell and back just
Are
trying
you
to get
losing
shit
hair,
worked.
by the way, Nero? Like, this thing has been killing you.
Right. I actually do have grays coming in at my temples, but this is really, honest to God, has stressed me out.
Tremendously.
Really, it has. I get really uncomfortable when I don't have
The
like
answers?
my main PC.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, like, you know, I guess the thing that I guess I've been trying to rationalize to myself and take comfort in a couple of things, including the fact that at least I know how to troubleshoot it. At least I can work to deduce what's wrong with it properly, and I have that, you know, I have 10 years worth of building PCs, you know, that kind of context under my belt. And had this been my first build, God, if this had been my first build, I would have been so turned off of building PCs forever. I would have bought Dells and HPs for the rest of my life and regretted it. But the fact that I'm able to work through a lot of this stuff and figure it out is just I think it's good all around because, again, like you said, the last 2 episodes have been able to happen at all, and it's really because of 2 factors. First of all, because of your support, as I was saying, at Patreon, but also the way that we designed the studio when we moved, when basically I moved out of my house and into the condo that I'm in now. We had enough equipment over the years of doing this to be able to reevaluate the way that we did our setup so that even if one component went down, we would still be able to do the show in some capacity. Maybe it wouldn't be live. Maybe we wouldn't be able to take callers. Maybe we wouldn't have drops, just maybe for an episode or 2.
It's a robust setup, as they say.
Yes, and ready for problems, ready for hiccups. Like that, we designed it that way. And
Fail safes are in place.
fail safes. That is exactly the word that I was searching for in my head. And so yeah, and you know, part of that is doing this for so long, and you know, well, actually, one of the things that we've never actually mentioned is that during the original days of Limit Break Radio, the original 11 days of Limit Break Radio, one of the things that we used to do is we used to take down and set up the microphones each and every single episode. So we needed to
There's a
allocate
lot of chords.
lots of chords. We needed
Lots of setup.
to allocate good 45 minutes of setup before we could even start recording or bring our guest in and do that. And going through that process taught me a lot about engineering and the setup and how I was using my equipment. And then over time, as we've been able to add things to that, we've been able to build in fail safes. And so it's experience is part of it, and again, like we said, your support at Patreon. So
It was a real coming of age and time of discovery for Nero. Where he learned life lessons and how to love.
Well, let's not. I mean, I know you're making a joke, but like, let's not downplay how many fucking technical problems we had.
Oh yeah.
Set it with taking down and setting up each and every single week.
Cords that went dead.
Like every time we would set up, it'd be like, "What's this weird buzz that wasn't here last time?" Or like,
or we talk about having 6-hour shows. That's just what was recorded.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was like 9, 10
LBR was an entire day affair.
It really was. And so yeah, through the process of just setting up, taking down over and over and over again, and the way that we've engineered the show for almost 10 years, it's really good to know that we can still operate even if a major component like our live streaming computer goes down for a little bit. So again, thank you for your patience on this, and thank you for your support because you allow us to do this. All right, that's gonna do it for this Green Room episode. Ascalia, did you watch the previous Green Room episode? No? You fucking kidding me?
You fucking
I'll
kidding
put it
me.
on after this is over.
Alright, we expect this kind of shit from me. Alright? But we specifically asked you to watch that video.
Yeah.
You let us down.
Yeah.
Good.
Boo.
Suck at everything.
Yeah, it's
All right, that's gonna do it
I
for.
turned my nose up at you.
alright. I'll bet you do.
That's gonna do it for us. Thank you guys for your support and for checking out the Patreon video, the Green Room video, and hopefully we just end up adding more to your ranks.
Not very enough.
Bye.
And you turned my nose up.
Hey, you motherfucker!